here to perform their newest hit, Love at Last. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Millennials. I wanted to take myself back to 1965, the time during the first wave of the civil rights era, and I only felt that 2020 was the appropriate year. You know, some may say this year has been such a dark and hard year, but I don't see it that way at all. I see it as being a caveat for change, and I think back to the days of Motown and the black artists that used their artistry and their voices to be the voice for the people. And I wanted my ladies to see themselves as the same as the Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, Gladys Knight, the Four Tops, and all those artists that really were making history. I think we should just do the same thing we did from the top. Repeat the same choreography. Nichelle, go from there. Ryan, Shauna, one. Y'all are doing a great job. Performance. Let's just keep going. Is the I'm now tired. And Asia's gonna change the makeup. I don't like the way that lighting wigs. I think it's gonna be really important that we bring a whole new style. Ryan is getting lost in the shadow, and then there's not enough light on Nichelle. We're replicating stage light, so it's the most important thing. I think we should just move it up a little bit higher because it's not doing anything for me at this point. And we just gotta do it. I mean, we gotta keep going till we get it right. It's gotta be spot on. I started planning this project early 2020, and this is right before the pandemic really took full force. And at the time, I'm still getting the ladies together and gathering my crew, and we were planning to shoot in March. But then the world shut down, and so we had to put the project on hiatus. And what transpired over the next 8 months, I believe, was in a weird way purposed by design, and with this project it was made to be pushed back because there was so much that happened and so much fuel to put into this project that I came at it with a different zeal to really want to make it big. And I'm grateful that I had a crew and amazing talented women that were willing to trust me and to trust God and to go forward because I didn't really know what to expect. I knew I wanted the set to look like an old stage theater, but since we didn't have one available, I decided to call my good friend Saxon. We used velvet window curtains, reflective wallpaper for our stage floor, a few mics and mic stands, and decided to build our own, a Apollo Theater. For the hair, we decided to go with something very 60s era reminiscent, but with a splash of modern twist, using swooshes and cuts to accentuate the lady's beautiful bone structure. And thanks to Jordan, they looked impeccable. The fashion presented its own set of challenges, because I knew that I wanted the costumes to look like something that the Supremes would actually wear. So we decided to go with sequins and show just enough skin to give the allure of beauty. And for the makeup, we used heavy eyeliner and blush to combat the stage lighting. Asia had to also go in and cover the individual tattoos. I wanted nothing less than glamour, because the Supremes were nothing less than glamorous.
Growing up, I was always the biggest one. If I wasn't always the tallest one, I was the largest one. I was always the darkest one. But before we moved to the projects, we stayed in a white neighborhood, honestly. It was really like a rural area, money, you know? But going from there, transitioning to the projects was just a whole different deal for me, because when you're in a white neighborhood, it's just a problem of being black. You're the only black ones. So now you're in a black neighborhood, and it's like you're black, but you're big and you're still dark. I had to break away from it myself and understand that it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter your size. You are divine, you are brilliant, and you have to use every single day that you have and bring it, because it's the only one that you get. And you cannot allow other people to change you or make you into something that they feel like is more comfortable for them. This is who you are at home. Show them out there, because I was just so afraid of my size, and whenever I was confident or I came in and I just knew I was a star, they diminished my light, you know? They did to bring down my light, like, who do you think you are? How dare you think you could be? And my grandmother wasn't having it.
There isn't one type of beauty. Her depths are deeper than any ocean. Her colors broader than the spectrum. A force to be reckoned with. And for every woman, that journey looks different. Some may be longer than others. But at the end of the day, as long as she can look in the mirror and say,